Okay guys, today I am going to begin with the science portion, general science, class 6, chapter 2. Okay, the thing is that I'm not going to discuss concept. Okay, I am just going to different kind of objective questions, or I am just trying to discuss some points in terms of objective only. Okay, the thing is that in chapter 2 we have there are mentioned that in chemical reaction actually there are different components of food like carbohydrate, protein, fat. Okay, then we have found that there are some chemical experiment mentioned in the chapter, and it is said that in chemical experiment carbohydrate generally turns into blue and black color. Okay, if after particular chemical experiment on a particular food, if it is turned into black and blue color, then it is called then we have to know that it is carbohydrate. Okay, in that way, if after a particular experiment on a food, if it turns into violet, then we have to know that it is protein. Okay, then it is also mentioned in a chapter that if after a particular experiment there is we have seen a oily patch on the food, then we have to know that it is fat. Then you might find option in exam on that after option 1, after a particular experiment a food is turned into blue and black. Okay, the food must have to be carbohydrate, protein or fat. Okay, after a particular experiment in a laboratory, it is seen that after experiment the color of the food turns into violet. The food essentially have to be carbohydrate or protein. After a particular experiment in laboratory, it is seen that a oily patch is observed on the food. The food essentially have to be carbohydrate, protein, fat. Okay, in this way you might find questions in exam. That is why always mind that after a particular experiment, if it is seen that we have not to remember what is the experiment. Okay, we are not supposed, I think, to be asked that what is experiment, what we have to mix. Okay, to know, but always but it is necessary to remember that black and blue, blue and black color actually indicates that it is carbohydrate, violet indicates protein, and a oily patch indicates fat. Okay, mind this thing. Okay, then after that we have seen that there are the different kinds of vitamin. Okay, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D. Okay, the mind that always you have to remember here, you have to little bit remember that what are the works of different kind of vitamin and how they help in our body. Okay, very easy to remember. Okay, vitamin A, always mind that vitamin A is always related with our skin and eyes. Okay, for a good eyesight and for a good skin, vitamin A is necessary. Okay, in that way vitamin C actually helps our body in preventing different kind of diseases. Okay, then always find that vitamin D is always related with our bone, especially in our bone and teeth. Okay, the calcium, sulfur, okay, these are related with vitamin D. Vitamin D is generally related with calcium, phosphorus, and they helps us in strengthening our bone and teeth. Okay, here you have to simply give a effort here, because you have to remember what are the works of the vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D. Okay, vitamin C is necessary for our skin, healthy growth of skin and eyesight, good eyesight. Vitamin C, always remember, it helps in different preventing diseases. Vitamin D is related with our bone, teeth, etc. Okay, mind this thing. Then there is a different table in the chapter. Try to see the picture. Okay, you might find exam. Okay, if you be little if you give your effort and be little observatory, then you will see that there is a picture like calcium. For calcium the picture is milk, egg, etc. Okay, that means milk and egg actually provides calcium. Okay, in that way, in picture of iron we have seen leafy vegetable fruit. Okay, means vegetable fruit actually provides iron. Okay, in that way phosphorus, milk, okay, for phosphorus actually milk. Okay, and for iodine we have seen that fish, leafy vegetable. Okay, try to remember that, see the picture and try to remember. Okay, keep it in mind that what are the sources of calcium. Okay, milk, egg are sources of calcium, vegetable, fruit are iron. Okay, fish, leafy vegetable are iodine, source of iodine. Okay, the most important thing in the chapter I have seen this regarding the dietary fiber. Okay, you will be puzzled in case of dietary fiber. Okay, the most important thing is that you have find option. Okay, option 1, the dietary fiber, that means fiber provides us essential nutrient. Fiber provides us essential nutrient. Fiber is a part of essential component of our food. Which option is correct? Fiber provides us essential nutrient. Fiber is an essential component of our food. Mind that fiber does not provide any nutrient to our body. Mind this thing. Okay, otherwise you will be puzzled. Be careful while reading. Fiber does not provide us nutrient, but fiber is an essential component of our food. Okay, then but one another thing is, or another work of necessary work of fiber is that it helps us, our body, to remove the undigested food. It is one of the particular function of fiber. Okay, mind that you might find option the fiber is an essential component of our food. Fiber helps in our body in removing undigesting food, and fiber provides essential nutrient to our body. Fiber never provides nutrient, but fiber helps in removing undigesting food, as well as fiber is an essential component of our food. Okay, and in that way another thing is you might find option, again another option, fiber provides essential component of our food, and for the most valuable, the most abundant source of fiber is vegetable. Most abundant sources of fiber is plant product. Both options are correct. Okay, always mind that most abundant source of fiber is plant product. Okay, that's what we have seen. From fiber, that fiber is an essential component of our body food. Fiber never provides nutrient to our body. Fiber helps in removing undigesting food from our body, and plant products are the most abundant sources of fiber. Okay, then you might find another question. Okay, option that which of the following is the plant product is the plant product is an essential source of which of the following? Plant product is an essential source of the which of the following? Vitamin A, carbohydrate, protein, fat, fiber. Okay, though more or less carbohydrate, protein, other fat, fat to not so much in fat, carbohydrate, protein, though we generally derived carbohydrate and protein from plant products, but with the word essential, minded the word essential in the question. Okay, what was the question? That which of the following is plant product is an essential source of which of the following? Okay, so number 1 carbohydrate, number 2 protein, number 3 fat, and number 4 fiber. Plant product is the essential source of fiber. Okay, though in carbohydrate and protein we generally we derive them from plant more or less, but essential means fiber. Fiber is the essential source for plant product. Plant product is the essential source of fiber. Okay, mind this. Again, you might find, okay, which of the following is not a source of fiber? Number 1 pulse, number 2 potato, number 3 fresh fruit, number 4 vegetable. All are the essential sources of fiber. These are the very basic questions we cross every day in our life, but much more tricky. Okay, that's why you have to remember these things. Okay, pulse, potato, fresh fruit, vegetable, all are the essential sources of fiber. Okay, then after that we have seen that there are some different kind of tables which shows that lack of which vitamin actually causes which kind of death or which kind of diseases. Okay, means deficiency diseases, these are generally important. Okay, you have seen that lack of vitamin A causes loss of vision. Okay, poor vision, loss of vision, in darkness, sometimes complete loss of vision. I have already told you eye and our skin is always related to vitamin A. Okay, try to remember this way: eye and skin is always related with vitamin A. Okay, and vitamin B1, lack of vitamin B1 causes beriberi, means weak muscle and very little energy to work. Lack of vitamin C deficiency is scurvy, bleeding gums, wounds take longer time to heal. Okay, lack of vitamin D causes ricket, bones become soft and bent. Always mind that vitamin A is always related with our skin and vision, skin and eyes. Okay, skin and eyes, and vitamin D is related with our bone. Okay, bone, tooth, etc. Okay, then calcium, iodine, iron, these are calcium. Lack of calcium means bone and teeth weakness. Okay, lack of iodine, goiter. Okay, lack of iron means anemia. Okay, but you might not find a question directly in exam. Okay, for example, lack of vitamin A causes beriberi, scurvy, ricket, loss of vision. You might not find question in exam in this way. Okay, then in exam hall you might find question in another way. Okay, for example, if you are suffering from loss of vision, then you are lacking of vitamin A, vitamin B, C, D. Okay, vitamin A. In this way you might find question. Okay, so be prepared from both the sides. Okay, in that way, if your bones are weak, if you are suffering from weakness of bone, if you are suffering from weakness of teeth, okay, then you are lacking of vitamin B, C, D, vitamin D. Okay, in this way you might find question. Okay, in that way, vitamin V1, lack of vitamin V1 causes beriberi. Here, weak muscle and very little energy to work. Okay, you might find if you are suffering from weak muscle and very little energy to work, then you are suffering from beriberi disease, scurvy disease, vitamin B1. Okay, it means you are the option is vitamin B1 and beriberi, both. Okay, in this way you might find questions from this way. Direct question means lack of vitamin B1, vitamin A causes loss of vision, beriberi, scurvy, loss of vision. Lack of vitamin B1 causes beriberi, scurvy, ricket, beriberi. Okay, in that way you might find question another way. Okay, you are suffering from lack of vision, that is why you are lacking of vitamin A, B, C, D, in this way. Okay, so be prepared from both the sides. Okay, and there is another paragraph here. Here it says the lack of protein actually causes stunted growth, swelling of face, discoloration of hair, skin disease, and diarrhea. Okay, that means you have to try to remember these things, that stunted growth, swelling of face, discoloration of hair, skin disease, diarrhea, all are caused by the protein. And if you are lacking of vitamin if you are lacking of carbohydrate and protein both, then your growth will be totally stagnated. Okay, you will be very weak. Okay, that's why here you have to give a little effort, because you have to remember the things, which of the vitamin is necessary for which. Okay, lack of which vitamin causes which diseases. Okay, I already give you 2 tricks. Always mind that A means eye and skin, D means teeth and bone. Okay, in this way if you give a little effort, then you can remember all these things from chapter 2. Okay guys, chapter 3 of science, class 6, fiber to fabric. Okay, then here the important thing is that there are two kinds of fiber. One is natural and one is artificial. And in case of natural fiber, there are 2 sources of natural fiber. One is animal and one is plant. Goat, rabbit, yak, silkworm are the sources of animal fiber. Cotton, jute, etc. are the sources of plant fiber. Okay, the mind that You might find question in exam that which of the following is not a source of fiber: yak, silkworm, cotton, jute, goat, rabbit. Okay, that's why whatever the sources are mentioned in the book, that's why read them carefully. Okay, so that you will not be confused. Okay, you will not have to confuse. Okay, if you find in example the word rabbit, okay, you might think for some moment that whether rabbit is a source of fiber or not. Yes, rabbit is a source of also fiber. Okay, that's why mind all the words carefully. Okay, whatever is mentioned as a source of fiber in your book. Okay, and mind that which of the following is not a source of plant fiber. Okay, when if you are asked that which of the following is not a source of plant fiber, read very carefully plant fiber. Okay, if you don't read the word plant carefully in exam hall, if you are careless, then you will miss the option. Okay, plant fiber, animal fiber. Okay, read very carefully. Then another thing is that spinning. You might find option: spinning is a process of making yarn from fiber. Ginning is a process of separation of fiber from seed. Weaving and knitting is a process of making fabric from yarn. Okay, all these options are to mind these options very carefully. Okay, and while reading the chapter, you have to differentiate what is spinning, what is ginning, what is weaving, what is knitting. Otherwise, if you find option in exam hall, you will be puzzled. You must have to differentiate. Means now, while reading Ncert, the remembering of words are not enough. You must have to differentiate, because in UPSC always asks question from basic. You must have to know the what is spinning, what is ginning, what is weaving. Otherwise, all these things are, we all know that all these things are related with the cloth industry, clothing industry, making of cloth. Okay, but we don't know the exact meaning of them, then we will tick the wrong option. Because spinning is what, for example, when cottons are picked from cotton balls are picked from plant, then the first process from separating, first process from ginning. Okay, it is not spinning, first ginning. When cotton balls are plucked from plant, then first we have to separate the seeds from fiber. Separates the seeds from fiber. We all know that when in cotton balls there are some kind of black seeds. Okay, among the fiber. Then the process through which the unnecessary seeds are separated from fiber, it is called ginning. Ginning means the separation of fiber from seed. Then what is spinning? We already acquired the fiber. Okay, we have already separated the unnecessary seeds from fiber. Then we have gained the fiber. Now what we have to done? From we have to making yarn. Okay, we have to make yarn or thread from this fiber. Then a second process, making yarn or thread from fiber, is called spinning. Then third process is weaving or knitting. What is weaving or knitting? Weaving or knitting means we have to give a particular shape of yarn to fabric. It is called weaving and knitting. Means ginning is the first process. Here ginning means separation of fiber from seeds. Spinning means making of yarn from fiber. Here we have to turn the fiber into yarn. Now in the third process, weaving or knitting, here we will make yarn to fabric. Okay, then in exam hall you might find arrange the following processes in their decreasing order. Okay, spinning, ginning, weaving or knitting. Arrange the following words in terms of their increasing order: spinning, ginning, weaving or knitting. Here don't be confused. Ginning is the first process, separation of unnecessary seeds from fiber. Spinning is the second process, turning of fiber into yarn or thread. Weaving or knitting is the third process, turning of yarn to fabric. In that way, you might find different options. Arrange the following words in their increasing order. Arrange the following words in their decreasing order. For example, fiber, fabric, yarn. First, we have to acquire fiber. Second, yarn, and third, fabric. Okay. First, fiber. Second, yarn or thread, and third, fabric. Fabric is the last and final stage. Okay. In this way, you have to remember these things in the third chapter of Science Ncert class 6. Then another important thing you have to remember from this chapter: which of the following is a source of which fiber? Don't be confused. Jute fiber is derived from the stem of jute. Cotton fiber is derived from its seed. Silk fiber is derived from cocoon of silkworm. Okay. Jute fiber, stem of jute. Cotton fiber, seed of cotton, and silk fiber, cocoon of silkworm.